Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm your host Biscuits, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be customizing the Dinka Postlude. So the Postlude is based on a first generation Honda Prelude. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop in here and get straight to customizing. So the Dinka Postlude is in the Coupes class, and it is also in the Tuners subclass. So we'll start off with the armor and the brakes. For the front bumpers, we can remove it altogether. Go for a classic, go for a retro, the painted retro, or the oil cooler and tow hook. I think I'm gonna go for just to remove the bumper and make the front nice and clean. It is the only option that does not have a license plate, so that was kind of my thinking behind my choice. Moving on to the rear bumpers, so we can remove the rear bumper as well. We have a classic, a retro, a painted retro, and we also have the tow hook and drift charm. All right, let's go for the tow hook and drift charm. Engine. Okay, so we have some air filters. Looks like we have box, cone, POD, the mushroom, and front intakes. Oh, nice. Okay, so the front intakes like deletes the turn signals. Now you have an air intake there. That is actually really cool. We got to go for that, absolutely. Engine tune, level 4, of course. Strut brace. Let's go for the XL Tower strut brace. All right, valve covers. Okay, nice. We go primary. We have a secondary. Go polished. Do carbon. Do the skulls or camo. Nice. Let's go for the skulls. Let's make this thing kind of unique. Exhaust. It's got quite a bit of options here. Tuner, chrome, track, chrome track. We have the performance, another chrome performance. We have some big bore. Oh boy, those are huge. The chrome, blast pipes. Okay, right on. The angled blast, slashed blast, Shackleton, the V Shackleton, the Ultra Shackleton exhaust, the zigzag. Very cool. The Shackleton Superstar exhaust, the Love exhaust, and the coiled blast pipes. Oh man, the coils are absolutely hilarious. I mean, all these last options are hilarious. Interesting enough, I have not seen the coiled blast pipes before. I've definitely seen the Heart and the Superstar before, and like the Zigzag. I've seen those, but all right, let's go for the big bore exhaust. It is pretty huge and obnoxious, but it's really pretty low-key compared to some of these other exhaust options. Fenders. Okay, nice. We can remove the trim. Wheel arches and make them plastic. I don't know why you would want to do that. We also have some arch extension. And here we go, same thing, but now we have secondary. And you can also do carbon fiber. We'll go ahead and do secondary arch extensions. Headlight covers. You can go red, green, blue, yellow, or the iridescent. Pretty sweet. I think I'll leave those off. For the hood, we can just remove it altogether. We can do a secondary. We do the carbon. We have the lifted primary hood, which is actually kind of funny because there's a lot of Honda guys in real life that do this with their Hondas, and even like Acuras. They'll do a little modification to make the hood slightly like not flush anymore, and by doing that they think they're increasing airflow and cooling their engine, and it's actually kind of funny because they think they know more than the engineers at Honda. Lifted secondary, we have the lifted carbon, flat hood with the scooped vents, the power bulge, scooped hood, the scooped secondary, same thing but in carbon, and we have a twin vented secondary and in carbon, and we have the performance hood, And we also have that in secondary and carbon. And then, of course, we got to have the transparent hood and the secondary transparent as well. I personally think the performance hood looks the best. Let's go for that. Interior. Okay, so we do a street interior, the semi-stripped interior, do the race dash, the flocked dash, and carbon dash. But let's just do the street interior. And for the doors, we have carbon, aluminum, carbon panel, primary, secondary aluminum, and carbon race. Nice. Let's go for the carbon door cards. They're very similar to stock. It just makes them like carbon fiber, obviously. Minimal, but it is a nice touch. Roll cage. Get a street half cage, the dash dodger, padded full roll cage, and padded full. I will probably skip the roll cage, not into that. Seats. We definitely need to get some racing seats in here. Yeah, I think the carbon tuner seats, that is a good look for this old school Honda Prelude, absolutely. And steering wheel. Let's go for the Sprint lightweight. And headlights are yellow. And honestly, I'm going to keep them yellow. This is an old school 80s car. Not every single car needs xenon. Neons. Yeah, let's do some neons. I mean, come on, this is a Honda at the end of the day, so absolutely. Front, back, and sides. Let's just make it white for now, and then we can come back to the neon color. Livery. All right, so we have a black shopping list, white shopping. We have the black Dinka stripes. We also have those in white. And looks like we got a race car livery. Half camo. We have the Stance Andreas. And a couple more race car liveries. Prolapse inverted. And we have the Stance Andreas pinstripes. Okay, so not sure on the livery. Let's do the respray first and we can come back to that. Mirrors. Okay, so we got stock. We have the classic mirrors. Nice. So the classic mirrors go on the hood, which is definitely old school JDM. Cars over in Japan in the 70s and 80s had mirrors near the hood and the fender of the car. This is like accurate for the time. So we have the classic, we have retro, we have racing, and carbon racing. Yeah, let's go for the racing mirrors. All right, license plate, custom biscuits plate, absolutely, and let's make it yellow on black. Respray, we'll do that last. Roof, we can add an antenna. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. Roof rack, roof fins. Nice. Carbon roof fins. Chrome roof rack. Ooh, chrome. It's classy then, right? Racing rack. The carbon arrow. And packing rubber. Okay, nice. I'll probably just skip those. I don't really care for any of those options. Got a sun strip option. You can do primary, secondary, or carbon. Splitters. Oh, nice. We can add a plastic splitter. We can go secondary. Go for the extended lip. We have tuner splitter, which adds like 2 fog light cutouts, but no fog lights. Okay. We have the racing splitter with the brackets, carbon splitter with brackets, and drift splitter. Yeah, let's go for the secondary splitter. Spoiler. Okay, we got a trunk rack. And wow, apparently the trunk rack gives you the traction benefit because the trunk rack adds so much downforce to the rear end, apparently. Okay, makes sense. We also have plastic lip spoiler. We have a high level and secondary high level. We have the street wing, secondary street, a stock car wing, secondary stock car. We have the carbon stock car. Got a GT wing, secondary GT, carbon GT, and of course, the performance wing. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go for the street wing. It's not like my favorite, but it is the best looking option in my opinion. Suspension. Okay, we're gonna slam this thing all the way down. Oh yeah, look at that camber. Very, very cool. Okay, competition, absolutely. We slam this thing down. Transmission, race, and turbo, of course. Wheels will come right back to those. For the windows, yeah, let's go for the limo tent. And wheels. I really like the way these Zokusha wheels look. They are chrome, so I purposely opted for chrome wheels. These are under the tuner category. So tuner, chrome, and the Zokusha. Those wheels look sick. And I did them on chrome on purpose because I noticed there's quite a bit of chrome trim on this vehicle. So like the window trim, the grille trim, the rear window trim all have chrome. So let's complement that with some old school chrome tuner wheels. And bulletproof tires, of course. Okay, so for a primary color, appears to be the top half of the car. And the secondary color is the bottom half, as well as the stitching on the seats. So we also have a trim color, and that appears to be the dash and the steering wheel. And, whoa, the steering wheel is like through my character's leg right now. That's a little strange looking. Graphite for the interior color, that's fine. Okay, I'm thinking let's try classic silver for the secondary. And I really like the way this frost white looks. That looks pretty clean. So let's go frost white for the primary. And let's go back to the liveries. I think I'm going to have to throw on the black Dinka stripes for the livery. Let's go ahead and give it an underglow color, something other than white, because we have already just all neutral colors going on. So let's give it a little something. And I've always liked blue underglow, so let's just throw some blue underglow on for the hell of it. Okay, I believe that is everything, so let's go ahead and get this outside so we can do a sound test and some first driving impressions. And here is the Dinka Postlude, fully tricked out. We have this thing sitting nice and low to the ground. I do really like these chrome wheels. They fit very well on an 80s JDM car. I'm also digging the two-tone, the silver and the white. That is a pretty good look. I rarely ever go for a two-tone paint, but I wanted to do something a little bit different from what I normally do for this build. So yeah, as you can see, we have chrome around the taillights, we have chrome around the windows, around the side windows, around the front windshield, around the grille. So there is chrome accents everywhere. So the chrome wheels fit perfectly. And I really like this livery too. It's subtle, but it's enough to you can definitely see it and give the car just a little bit of character. And I just noticed this too, now they're outside this honeycomb grille. That actually looks pretty cool. I like that. This is a tuner's vehicle, and with that means you can stance it. So we're going to go down to vehicle preferences, and let's go ahead and stance this baby out and see how it looks. Oh man. Yes, this thing is slammed. That is so low to the ground. And also, look at that amount of wheel camber. That is pretty insane. Like, look at the angle of the wheel camber. Honestly, for an old school Honda, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's go ahead and open all the doors up and get a closer look at everything. Starting off underneath the hood, I really like the way this hood opens. That is cool. And there is the engine model, and got the air intakes hooked up to the front turn signals. Those have been deleted. That's pretty sick. So if we zoom in here on the valve covers, you can see the skull details. It is pretty faint, but that's why I like it. It's very subtle. Come around here to the passenger side. As you can see, we have the carbon fiber sport racing seats with the racing seat belt. And we also have the fire extinguisher. And of course, we got the NOS bottle. Gotta have the NOS. Coming around here to the trunk, as we see, we have a fuel cell set up here since we opted for the race interior. I mean, I don't really care for the look of it, but you're never going to see it. The trunk's going to be closed 99% of the time, so who cares? And here is the carbon fiber doors. Nice, so even the handle is carbon fiber. That's a nice little detail there. And here is the driver's side. So we have 3 pedals, so this car must be a manual transmission. However, I'm not seeing a stick shift. I see the giant e-brake lever. There's the e-brake. But no stick shift. That's very strange. We have 3 pedals with no stick shift. How does that work? Alright, let's give it some gas and do that sound test. Nice, sounds good. Definitely sounds like a little 4-banger. Definitely a reused exhaust note. It doesn't sound unique by any means. Nice, and what's really cool, if you look, the drift charm like moves. It sways back and forth, which is really cool. Alright, before I forget, let's confirm the drivetrain. This is a Dinka, so it's a Honda, so it's going to be front-wheel drive, but let's make sure. And there you have it, folks. The Dinka Postlude is front-wheel drive. The Dinka Postlude has a top speed of 102 miles per hour. Not bad acceleration. I'm actually impressed with how old this car is, or how old it's supposed to be. And it's picking up speed pretty quick. Alright, now that we are at top speed, let's do a brake test and brake. Okay, brakes are about average, maybe even a little below average. Definitely didn't stop super fast. Not horrible brakes, but not good brakes either. Kind of in between. Okay, so definitely some understeer going on, which is pretty typical of a front-wheel drive vehicle. Yeah, quite a bit of understeer when trying to turn. I mean, so overall, it's not a bad driving experience. Besides the understeer when cornering, this vehicle is not fast by any means. In fact, for the Coupes class, this is actually the slowest car in the entire class for top speed and for lap racing. Alright guys, so there you have it, the Dinka Postlude. Overall, this is a pretty fun little tuner's vehicle. 1.3 million buy it now, or just under 1 million for the trade price. I'm not sure if I can justify the performance for the buy it now price, but if you guys have the trade price unlocked, like myself, and you can get this thing for under $1 million, then yeah, pick it up, especially if you are a fan of Hondas like I am, and especially if you're a fan of vehicles with cambered in wheels. If you all enjoyed this video, please drop a like. Consider subscribing to the channel for more stuff like this. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay safe, and I will catch you all on the next video. Peace out.